Alright, so this is the third video on importing the ECM eBooks into Alma. And so we still have some more stuff to do, and what we're going to do is search for one of these electronic titles. And as you recall, we had 3 of them, and we just went in and basically activated. We went in the community zone and clicked on the portfolio list and activated the link, and we tested it. But what we still have to do is go ahead and search by title, pull it up, and click on the electronic link. Click on portfolio list, click on edit portfolio, click on linking information, and it says proxy enabled no. What we want to do is click on yes and go ahead and test access again and make sure that this is working with the proxy enabled. And you can see it takes us into Galileo, and I'm just going to pull up chapter 2. And we are in the book. So we're going to go back and we're going to click, we have proxy enabled yes, and we're going to click on, let me move this up just a little bit. You see where we had yes selected and we tested access. Now we're going to click on save, and it says that the data was successfully updated. So we're going to repeat this for the other 2 books, and then we're going to move on to the next part. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and then come back after I do the other 2. One interesting thing about this, by the way, is that if you click on your search box here, it shows you some of your recent searches. So I can see that I've already searched for stress management for teachers and ethics and values in librarianship. So the only one I have left is the statistics for library and information service, and then I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And just as a review, we click on portfolio list and edit portfolio, linking information, and we're going to do yes for proxy enabled and click on test. And that's very interesting because we see that for this one we have a link that's taking us to the wrong place, and that's because I was looking at the wrong book. So we're going to try that again. Whoops. Already activated it. So we're going to click on edit portfolio, linking information, and I had already enabled the proxy for this. So let's just go ahead and test it and make sure, and that is coming up. So we're ready for the next step. Alright, so what we're going to do now is create the invoice, and we're going to do that manually. And the invoice number, oh, I need to get the invoice out, is, let's see, yeah, I'm going to use this number here off the invoice. No, that's the customer number. That's the invoice number. And we put in our vendor, and we need to do our vendor account. The invoice date I'm going to get from right here is 7/6/17. So and the total amount, $374.98. And we're going to do internal copy, and we're going to select paid for the payment status, and the payment amount is this price here, $374.98. Save and create invoice lines. And now we have to add our invoice line. So this is where it's good to have written them down. So the first one we'll do is $283. And that is for $100 right here. So that's correct, and we're going to do add. And the next one is $280. And that is for $149.99, which is there. Click add. $281, $124.99, that's correct. And let's just check and make sure there's no shipping. Of course not. Okay, so that's the total amount, and we're going to do add and close. And we're going to look at the total amount, and it says $374.98. Alright, so I'm going to do save and continue. And this is normal. It shows null right here. We can go back up to acquisitions and we can search for let's see. That's right. It's different on here. We can search by invoice number. Alright, and it says that the invoice is closed and the total price was $374.98. And so these ebooks are going to show up on our funds and ledgers now. So that price will be included on the YBP Gobi transactions table. And also that number is included right in here for the encumbered balance. So that's part of that encumbered balance right there.